Bass all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. The first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.
You notice Kevon looking slimmer this year, playing quicker out there?
He looks good. I know he's been working hard all off season, get his body right. Obviously in training camp we're just getting started, so everybody's getting their legs, but the work that he's done the off season is pretty evident, and hopefully that shows and he produces on the floor like we know he can. And, no matter kind of where he fits into the rotation, he's giving himself a really good chance to be successful.
Is today your first kind of scrimmage day? Yeah.
No, we've done. I think every day we've done a little bit of scrimmaging, and it just depends on how coach wants to divide up the minutes and the games that we play. But it's been a very competitive camp so far. Our practices are 2 hours long, so they're really efficient. And when we're out there, the intensity's at a very high level. There's obviously a lot of guys, so there's a lot of mixing and matching of the lineups, which is good. Kind of just see how different guys fit together. And as we put in our offense, I shouldn't say put in our, we have our fundamentals and just getting refreshed on our basic sets that we run. The scrimmages have been really intense because everybody knows the plays that you're going to run, and you're battling against that, and so it's been really fun. A lot of talking, a lot of high level play, so it's been good.
Is Kerr splitting you and Kevin mostly?
Yeah, we played together I think Monday. And I think the starting lineup hasn't been together at all. So, like I said, it's good to kind of get a rhythm with everybody, kind of mix and match, and not know what to expect from game to game, from day to day. And then when we get into actual preseason games, we can get back to that starting lineup and the rotations that we'll expect going into the season.
How much more of these is Kevin? This time around, after so much attention was on him, and how's he going to acclimate, and how are you guys all going to get your shots? And now you're a year into this thing and coming off the title.
Yeah, it's been really smooth. There's a chemistry and a certain expectation of how we're going to play versus last year. Like you said, there's a couple unanswered questions going into camp and a feeling out process. But coaches challenged us to focus on the details and how we can get better from last year. He joked around today. He's like, what do you tell a team that's won 67 games or 65 plus the last 3 years, 2 championships? Like, how do you tell a team like that to get better? And what do you tell a team like that to get better? And it's basically about just the details and the fine points of our offense and cutting hard, setting screens for each other. The counters that we're going to add to our offensive sets, all those little things are built on the foundation that we set last year, and obviously Kevin's a part of that, and we all are. So it's kind of good to put that into the right perspective.
And Steph, what have you got? Has tweeted more than 20 times since he called you.
What did you say?
President Trump has tweeted more than 20 times since he called you out by name about the sports protest. Most recently, he said that the kneeling isn't about race. I'm wondering if you think for you that those expressions, including yours about the White House, are about racial inequity.
Yeah, that's the genesis of our stance, and if you watched us all last year, for us, we stood during the national anthem. Certain teams locked arms and had different demonstrations, and the NFL's have taken a different approach, but it's about the message, it's not about the act. And for the life of me, if that doesn't just get across to everybody, it's not disrespecting anything about the flag or the anthem, then we can hopefully move in the right direction. So Yeah, that's it.
Any
Steph, you've been an advocate for Kaepernick this entire time, and the Sports Illustrated cover, you're right in the middle, but there's no sign of Kaepernick. How do you feel about that?
That was terrible. Just kind of capitalizing on the hoopla and the media and all that nonsense, and the real people that are understanding exactly what's been going on and who's really been active and vocal and truly making a difference. If you don't have Kaepernick front and center on that, then something's wrong. So it's kind of hard to see how certain narratives take place, being prisoners of the moment. So I was kind of joking around yesterday when I saw that on a certain Instagram handle, but at the end of the day, that stuff really doesn't matter. It's about the true message and really highlighting the people that are doing the right things.
Steph, are there any plans at this point for how you guys handle Saturday with the anthem and all that?
We haven't talked about it as a team, but I don't know, to be honest with you. We understand exactly there'll be all eyes on us when we go out there, before the game on Saturday, and as our organization said, everybody has the right to do what they want to do and to voice what they want to voice and stand for what they want to stand for, and that'll all show on Saturday.
Steph, are these shooting competitions with Kevin still as close as they were? I think that first one you guys did before the playoffs last year, you won by 2 threes or something like that.
You got a great memory. That's you're doing your homework right there. That's pretty good.
Bruce Frazier.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's a scoreboard.
Well, are they still pretty close? I know it's early in the season right now, but
yeah. Honestly, don't know exactly what the standings are when it comes to that, but we always challenge each other. And I think the best thing about it is we both get mad when we miss a shot, because we know in that competition that we have, if you miss a shot, you're probably going to end up losing whatever spot or whatever drill you're doing. So every shot's important, which for us can transition into the game because you have that certain focus and expectation that you're going to make every shot and put a little bit of pressure on yourself while you can in practice in these situations.
You're going to have that rematch with Horse like last year when KD beat you in Horse. Was there a rematch?
I forgot about it. I appreciate you reminding me. I have to put that on the docket.
What do you think of Sunday and all the NFL players are protesting? Do you think they got the narrative right? What's your thoughts on just how Sunday, the week 3 of the NFL went down?
Obviously, they had a chance to respond to a terrible comment, regarding just their presence in the NFL and what they stand for. And I think for the most part, guys took advantage of that opportunity. You can kind of critique and nitpick and whatever, who did what, and that's again distracting from the true reason people are taking a stand and doing what they feel is right. And so it was awesome to see, just like how the NBA rallied around each other and the players had each other's back. No matter really what you believe, it's just about the respect and just understanding how powerful our voice is. And so I think the NFL really, those guys really took that leadership, and it was awesome to see.
Have you seen the re-invitation from Pelosi on Twitter yet?
I did see that yesterday. And like I said, it's all about spreading love and support. And I thank Nancy for making that gesture. And obviously, when we figure out what we're going to do exactly in February, hopefully we can rally a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different situations to share the same message, Nancy included.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame basketball. the first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.
Upcoming trip to China, when you reflect on your visits there, what kind of moments jump out to you?
Just the enthusiasm for basketball. It's the people there, so welcoming and warming, and just love the game of basketball, you know. So every time I've been over there, I've got nothing but love and looking forward to going back.
With their fandom, how passionate they are, has there been any particular stories that jumped out to you?
Nothing really, man. Just, you know, from going over there with Nike and having a few events, just the excitement that, for basketball is huge over there. And, especially for the Warriors, so we're excited to go there and see our, Chinese fans up close and personal and, go out there and play Warrior basketball while we're out there.
I mean, Clay's pretty popular over there.
I'm sure he is.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Clay is, I think everybody in the world should be like Klay Thompson, just relax, cool, chill, and you can tell he had a great time over in China, so I'm sure he's going to try to double back and do the same thing.
When you first saw those videos of him dancing and all that, I mean, what was the reaction from him?
So the champ is enjoying his time off, so Clay had a great time. I'm sure we're going to have a good time over there as well.
How much did you enjoy the Redskins victory over the Raiders on Sunday, and did Greg Papa, or will Greg Papa do his push-ups in that Raiders session?
I enjoyed that game. Probably one of the best games I've seen the Redskins play in a long time. And I think Greg's going to come tomorrow and give me those push-ups. Maybe after practice, we'll see.
Diamond technique, one hand?
Yeah, I got to figure that out tonight. I might have him going to knuckles. See how that feels.
Kevin, how much more this training camp are you at ease, so to speak? I mean, last year there was so much attention on your arrival and you getting acclimated, and why you left over, it's a new year.
I'm just coming into work every day, trying to get better, and I'm going home afterwards. Simple. Let's try to simplify it. So I get my work in and go home.
Do you feel the team can get more done? We only have a couple new guys now, and you're able to go to China with things pretty much prepared pretty well.
Yeah, man, you can just tell, man. I'm more comfortable in this training camp. Zaza's more comfortable, D West. All the guys that weren't here a couple years ago, we're just more comfortable now, and I think that's only going to help us. And going over to China as well, going on that long flight, reminds me of an AAU trip with your guys. So I'm looking forward to that journey over there, and looking forward to that week we're over there. And I'm sure that'll help us out as a group. And but having the vets and guys that have been here last year definitely makes this camp a little easier.
Kevin, as talented as you and the other guys are, like Steve was mentioning earlier, how there's like an integration process, just knowing that it's a different system and that sort of thing. From your perspective, what kind of things were you going through at that point?
This year?
No, last year.
I don't even remember what happened last year, bro. If you got questions about this training camp, I'll answer them for you.
Well, I mean, moving forward now that it's this year, like how do you see things being different?
It's basketball. In each level you get to, each day you get better, and each time you get more comfortable. And it's about being comfortable in the offense and the schemes here. And I think everybody is comfortable in their roles, and we all know what we have to do. And it's on us to just find this time to catch a rhythm with each other, get back to knowing our plays and knowing the tricks of the trade. But other than that, I think everybody's coming in shape and ready to start the season.
How's Mike Brown seems? He last year he did so many different things for you guys behind the scenes, and stepping in for Steve, and even he had an adjustment here last year.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has an adjustment when you're in a new environment, and I think he's done a great job of just staying who he is, but also fitting in with the team, Coach Brown. And I think he did a great job, throughout the year when Coach needed him to step up and lead us. And he did a phenomenal job in the playoffs last year. And you can tell he's just super happy, man. There's just a smile on his face, and he's having fun teaching. And I think that's what every coach wants when you walk in the gym every day, is to enjoy teaching these young men how to play basketball. And he's doing a great job.
Can you imagine how fun it would be to coach you guys?
It would be stressful, and it would be fun. You got great personalities and high IQ guys. It's a lot of conversations that we have, and it's you got to give coach and coaching staff credit for having patience with us. We're millennials. We sometimes we might lose focus, but they're patient with us, and they show us some grace and still teach us. So it's a great environment.
Kevin, we've all seen the videos of JaVale working on that 3-point shot. Has he taken any of those shots in practice so far?
No.
Not at all? How do you guys feel about that? Are you guys encouraging him to do it?
If it's open, I mean, we definitely want JaVale to attack the rim like he did last year for us, but we also want him to expand his game. And, that's what every player wants, to expand his game. And we shoot a lot of threes, so it's kind of contagious that guys want to sit behind the three-point line. But just another spacer if he is knocking it down, and we don't want to discourage that. But he know what his role is for our team, and he was a champion doing that. So we'll see what happens this year.
Kevin, what advice have you given some of the new guys coming in as you were kind of in their position last year?
Well, just play ball. Just worry about basketball. I mean, they've been playing their whole lives. So if you just worry about just playing off your instincts, and everything else will kind of come, after that. So all these guys have been playing extremely well, man. Benajay, AC. I'm sure you probably never heard of these guys, but Benajay, Jordan Bell, you heard of all these guys, but they've been playing well. A couple training camp guys that you probably wouldn't know of are playing confident just because they're just playing basketball. So excited to be learning from everybody.
Are you and Steph going to keep a running tally, over the course of the season on these shooting contests?
I mean, I'd be dumb not to. It'd be a bad move for me not to keep shooting with Steph Curry every day. So, I'm going to try to get in as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to keep track of who wins each day over the course of the year?
Nah, probably. We're just trying to shoot to get a rhythm and try to shoot to get our shot right. I'm sure we'll compete throughout the year, but nothing too serious.
Have you gotten him this season?
I ain't answering those questions.
Oh, okay. I hadn't tried.
Yeah, even if you're not keeping score, I mean, just the idea that you're going to be continuing to be in pace with them, given how good
what you think? You think I couldn't shoot?
No. I'm saying just the fact that both of you guys are really
so you
play off of each other.
Oh, you're surprised that I could make a shot after that.
I'm just not praising
it. He got you by
right.
2 that first game.
I see.
Right?
I'm the greatest shooter to ever step on the court. I feel good that
I'm not praising it, right?
Hell yeah, I feel good that I can keep up with him sometimes. He's the best shooter to ever step on the court. So yeah, he's making me better, and hopefully I'm making him better. Iron sharpens iron, man. So
you guys gonna add Nick into the shooting contest? Full scrimmages so far.
I don't know. We gotta wait, because the last time I seen Nick shoot a jump shot, he turned around and the ball came out of the rim before he tried to pull a Steph Curry. It didn't work. So we're gonna have to wait a couple months to add him into the group.
Guess to earn that a little bit more.
Yeah, he got to earn it.
Kevin, some of the social media stuff that was going on kind of overshadowed some of the great things you're doing here in the Bay Area. Most recently, the Boys and Girls Peninsula Club. Can you just talk about what your plans are for the rest of the season or year?
Man, that's a great question. Just continue to impact the youth here and let them know that we want to be deeply involved in the community, and I know a lot of the fans now we're moving to San Francisco. A lot of fans may question what the Warriors or some of the guys are going to do in the community here in Oakland and this side of the Bay Area. But I think everybody's doing a great job of just making sure this community is taken care of. I'm new here, but from San Francisco all the way back to this side, I think the Warriors did a great job of having everything covered, and I'm just trying to do my part and inspire and encourage and hopefully guide the next generation.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. The first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame Basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.
When you got a basketball mind and a high IQ about the game, then it's a lot easier for you to make the transition. You look at D-Wade, you look at Vince. These are guys who are super, super superior when it comes to athleticism, but because of their mind, they're able to transition and still be productive. So that's how you kind of look at it.
How happy, I know he's one of your best guys, but how happy are you that this is actually going to happen?
I'm happy that we was able to keep him away from everybody else. And it's the guy. Come on, man. It's like one of my best friends. So, it's like it's kind of like when you start school and you walk into the classroom, you're not quite sure who your classmates is, and when you walk in there, one of your best friends is in there, you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good class. So it's the type of feeling I got.
When Howard's story came out, 2 years ago about just the idea that the four of you could one day play together on the same team, did you really think that either that would come together, or that you would even get a real chance to play with one of them?
I had a lot of hope of it, and obviously there's a lot of speculation throughout the summer with Melo, and possibly him joining us, and obviously we see how that panned out. But we're blessed as a franchise to be able to have a player the caliber of D-Wade, join us. So it's exciting.
When you left Dwayne, was there ever we're going to do this again someday? Did that in 14? Did that come up? Did you have that talk with him or?
No. Talk didn't come up, but over the course of over time, I think even with the story coming out, when Howard made that story, we always it'd be an unbelievable opportunity. We all got an opportunity to play together, but obviously right now, myself and D-Wade are back, and along with the rest of these guys, so it should be a pretty dynamic piece.
You spent a week with him in LA. How does he look? How do you think he fits on the floor here with you guys?
Well, he adds another championship DNA, another guy with high basketball IQ, another playmaker that can make plays and also make shots, and so that adds to our depth, and we were already pretty deep, so it adds even more depth and even more playmaking to our team, which obviously you guys saw last year. You can still do.
Numbers wise, in the Miami years were some of the best of both of your careers. Last year, Chicago wasn't the most efficient for him. Do you think he can get back to that efficiency that you guys had together?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's because of the guys that we have playing around him. He doesn't have to worry about ever seeing a double team. He doesn't have to ever worry about taking tough shots. None of us have to take or make tough shots. I mean, we have to make tough shots, but we don't have to take them. We got a lot of options. There should be a lot of guys getting open shots or just late contested shots. So efficiency has always been a huge part of myself and D-Wade, and I know he didn't like the way how he wasn't as efficient as he can be or has been throughout his career last year.
What is it about that on-court relationship that makes it so good? Why do you compliment him so well and the other way around?
I don't know. I think it's just that whole honesty thing. When you can be honest with somebody no matter what's going on, and your games translate, and it works very easily. So, he tells me when I F up, and I tell him the same thing. And we get on each other. We've always been like that, especially the 4 years that we play with one another, and even before that when we just used to text. I watch his games and tell him things he could have did better, and vice versa. So, it's just a brotherhood that we have.
Brian, during your time in Miami, you guys were known for the spectacular alley-oops. Should we expect to see more of that this year here in Cleveland?
I'm still athletic, and I think he still can pass. So, expect it.
Did you actually have to recruit him? Is that how you would characterize the conversation?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's still we're gonna be brothers no matter what. But this is a professional decision. This is his business that he has to worry about in his career. So there's a lot of teams and a lot of guys reaching out to him. So I couldn't feel entitled, to just because he's I talk to him, every day. I didn't have no entitlement about that. It's still wanting to get him comfortable and let him know how he could help us and things of that nature. So I guess it worked some.
LeBron, how did you sell Dwayne when you talked to him to recruit him?
I ain't no selling. I ain't no sell. Just tell him what we about here, and how he can help our ball club, and how much we can benefit, and how much he can benefit from being us all being together. So it wasn't all me. It was also the front office, and I know T. Lou talked to him about ways he's seen us we can use him and utilize his ability. So I just did my part.
It didn't make sense for him to come here financially last summer. What Chicago was offering, but if you look back, I don't know if it's there, if you had him last year, you wonder what type of difference that could have made.
No, I'm not an if guy. Still, you can't think about the ifs. You just worry about the present and see ways you can get better.
I know you still have time. I'm not a GM, but You mentioned Carmelo a little bit ago. Were you disappointed at all that he didn't come here? They theoretically had the opportunity to get him.
No, I mean, from a friend perspective, I wish he would have came and we could have worked some things out. But at the end of the day, I think our front office has done a great job. And either the Knicks failed or we failed. It just didn't work out. And it worked out for the Thunder. So, like I said, I've been pretty much even keeled this summer. And I wish he would have been here. It would have been great to have him. I love Melo's game. I love D-Wade's game. I love CP's game. You guys know how I feel about those three. And but that doesn't take anything away from what we got in that locker room, which is a lot. And I look forward to continue to grow with these guys, especially the new guys.
Why do you think you and Dwayne are so close? What was it?
I don't know. It's just organic, man. It's not forced. It's just organic.
Two more.
I said yesterday that you're just happier. That it seems to me that you're just happier this year, and that was before Dwayne.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? And what do you think? I mean, you said your kids kind of fired you up this summer to get back at it, but what do you think that happiness stems from?
I don't know. I guess just miss playing ball. I guess, or opportunity that I have to lead a franchise once again. And take guys to measures that they haven't been before, and hopefully I can try to take myself to places I haven't been before, and that's why I've been, training as much as I have, over the last 3 months. So, just enjoying life. It's a wonderful time. It's 90 in September in Cleveland. How could you not be happy?
One more. LeBron, how are the dynamics of this team different than the one you had last year with all the moving pieces and parts that you had?
I mean, obviously, we had just so many guys come in and come out, either from signing guys or for guys getting injured and guys being in and out of the lineup. And, JR got hurt early on. Kyrie didn't start the season to begin with, obviously, because of the knee. We signed some guys late in the season as well, brought in guys. But I think for the most part, after the front office and those guys decide, what's going to happen with the 15-man roster or whatever the case may be. But these will be the guys that we're going to have. These are the guys from right now. These are the guys that you probably see all year. So it allows us to gel. It allows us to, you guys always hear me talk about, chemistry and team camaraderie and how important, rhythm and things of that nature is. So, we have, obviously there will be some things that happen throughout the course of the season that you can't worry about or you can't affect, but things that we can't control, we should be in a pretty good position.
But what are you able to pick up just after a few practices?
Just working on our defense, trying to get everybody on the right page. Offensively, getting a lot of movement, guys cutting, guys slashing. Have some great guys who move without the ball. So just looking at some different things offensively and defensively.
Are you able to notice things that you're impressed with or not impressed with?
Yes. Offensively, just like I said, the movement, guys cutting and slashing, gives us a different look, especially when LeBron has the ball in his hands. Kevin, gives us different options. Keeps guys occupied while they go to work.
How do you go about putting together lineups?
What do you mean?
Like, you're going to have 12, 13 guys. How do you go about figuring out the combination of the lineup?
It's gonna be some work, but it's gonna be a process and just trying to figure out who's the most comfortable with who. But I think we got a lot of guys who have a high basketball IQ, so they can play together. So just trying to figure out rotations from that standpoint. But they all know how to play the game, and with the good players that we have, they can make a lot of of guys look better. So we'll just see how it all fits.
Can you envision any scenario when JR would not be your starting two guard?
What you mean, can you envision?
Huh?
What you mean?
If anyone else were to come along later on in camp, is JR your locked-in starter too, or is that up for debate depending on who else arrives this week?
Well, right now, JR is our starter. Yeah.
And later?
Later if what?
If anyone else comes to camp?
So when Wade,
if you came to camp, JR is our starter. But yeah.
But if Dwayne shows up, is JR still a starter?
I can't talk about Dwayne.
That's what I said. Is there any
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I was trying to phrase it.
I thought you wanted to play a little bit. Oh, okay.
Please.
No. You work for the Athletic. I thought you might try to play a little bit. I'm not going to discuss it, Joe.
You have the guy that's coming later, you have JR, and your starter, and you've got Corbin. That's a lot of talent at one position. I mean, what kind of challenge? We talked a little bit yesterday, but what kind of challenge is this?
If you come to a situation where, you want to win and your whole goal is to win a championship, everyone has to sacrifice. So, if you want to win, you're really about winning, you got to sacrifice. And, there's going to be a lot of guys at that position, which is a great problem to have, but, if we play the way we're capable of playing, the minutes are going to be sporadic, depends on who's playing well, how things are going. But, like I said, it's going to be my job to make sure we get all the people clicked on the right cylinders, the right rotations, the right combinations.
Sorry, obviously there's a lot of good players on this team, also a lot of different personalities. How do you go about managing the personalities?
Like I always have, just being direct, telling the guys the truth. I bet they respect it a lot, even though they don't want to hear it or listen to it. The next day they'll be like, you know what, you was right. I can respect that. So if you tell guys the truth, they can, they might be upset about it initially, but they'll get over it.
Not specific to your team as much as Dwayne the player. You talked a little bit after he turned 30 how he had to change his game a little bit, focusing less on athleticism, trying to get him to where he needs to be, and more on IQ and picking his spots. As a former guard who also had to go through similar transitions, how do you feel that applies even further into his career in terms of using IQ over athleticism?
Well, we know he has a very big IQ. You don't win, 3 championships and being a perennial all-star without having IQ. But for me, I think he's great because he's a playmaker. He can make plays, knows how to play the game, and just having a guy like that is be spectacular. But we don't know what's going to happen right now, so we'll see what happens.
One more for Coach.
When the lineup thing, how you talked about defensive emphasis yesterday. Is that an emphasis when you're picking, deciding those wing positions?
Well, you would hope so. That would be the focus. But we got a team that we have a lot of different personnel. A lot of guys can play a lot of different positions, offensively and defensively. So it's going to be a work in progress. So we just got to keep working at it, keep trying to find the right combinations, and I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out.
With the depth you have on the team, how does the rotations change and/or minutes change?
We'll see. I don't know yet. We'll see.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
First couple days been good. Really what this has been about. Yesterday was kind of getting familiarized with one another, putting structure into the team with offense, with defense. And then it was just building chemistry. And these past 2 days been really well. We've been paired up with multiple different groups. And we're growing. I think the best thing about what we're starting with is we're growing each day.
Well, you haven't been here that long. So in the time since you got here, you kind of campaigned for Melo. You were talking about D-Wade the other day. What's that process been like, just kind of taking some ownership early on?
I am a Thunder. I'm a Thunder. My job is to make this team as good as possible, elevate this team as much as possible. And whatever I can do, I will do. And, that's whether I'm on the court or off the court. My job is to try to make things happen.
Do you feel comfortable taking on kind of a leadership role even as a newer guy?
Absolutely. I think at this point in my career and where I've been as a player, the battles I've had in postseason, I'm only here to help with shouldering this team with Russ and Melo.
What's the biggest factor in building chemistry?
I think it's just leaving everything on the court. And having a trust and respect for one another. Regardless of what happens, you got to respect the guy and respect your teammate. That's where it starts, and then the grinds, the battles, the intensity, just everything being on the floor, your chemistry grows and you start to learn each other.
How much that is off the court too, and not just with the big three, so to speak, but just with the
other absolutely. I think off the court it's just important as being on the court. and we've been talking about that as far as when we take the road and we start these games off as getting together as a group, whether it's going out for dinners or catching movies or just little things to try to build that up court chemistry.
Paul, do you have a way that you're more comfortable being subbed in and subbed out of games, a particular rotation that you like most, or do you feel like you produce the best?
No, I mean that's for coach to tinker with. I told him I'm fine with anything. I trust coach 100%. Whatever he goes with. He definitely wants the voice of the players and wants the guys to be comfortable with what he's doing. So I'm sure we'll have a back and forward, or I might love whatever he has to do, or whatever he has for me. So we've been good. We've been good so far.
Do you see an advantage to with you and Melo and Russ? Do you see an advantage to potentially staggering you guys? Absolutely.
I think as much as possible, if we can have either one of us or two of us on the court at all times, it only elevates the team.
Well, you came to a situation in Indiana where Danny Granger was a guy, but he went to the locker room. He was a leader there. How does that transition or timeshare work when a guy who's been a big voice in the locker room, eventually kind of cedes some of that responsibility and leadership to another guy?
Well, I mean, you see how it works, how it affects the team, and then when you look at the best guy on the team and his voice, what he's been through, that all kind of plays a part into your voice. Now, you say something, you have to own up to it, and you have to be what you're saying. So, a lot of that is accountability, and again, you see the guys before you. And luxury for me, I've had good vets that kind of led me the way and showed me what it is.
Has Russ made you comfortable in that process, in sort of sharing that load, that responsibility with him?
Yeah, absolutely. Russ has opened his arms, completely to where myself, Melo, would be very comfortable. It's not our job to try to outshine one another. We're going to do this thing. We got to do it together.
So many new pieces. What's the process of getting everybody speaking kind of the same on-court language in terms of your defensive communication, offensive communication?
Well, I think you got so many defensive-headed guys on this team, so many defensive-minded guys. All it takes is that ball to get rolled out, and we get right after it. And like I stated a couple of days ago, we start out with a defensive mindset, and we start getting after it defensively. Everybody kind of just falls into it, and the defensive stance picks up for this team. So I think that's what we're going to be, and it looked good the first 2 days.
You've been here for a few months now. How do you just talk about the city itself and just what you've been able to do about the people in the area?
Unbelievable people. Unbelievable as far as the fan support. Just being out downtown, being out in the city in general. The love here, the excitement, is I haven't felt this, honestly. We've had a lot of excitement in Indiana, but it's a different thing. Indiana, we had football, we had basketball, we had so many other things going on. To where here, everyone is connected here to basketball. So it's an unbelievable feeling, and I can't wait. I can't wait to start and really come out and perform in front of this community.
Hey, Paul, what do you think of when you hear Olympic Melo?
Man, a seasoned vet and a winner. That's what Melo stands for. Regardless, he's never won that in the NBA. He's still a champion in my eyes, and he's still a winner.
What was it like watching him in some of those, either watching him from afar or being his teammate in those kind of competitions when he's playing with other great players?
Well, he elevated one game. One game, man, if he didn't take on that leadership and if he didn't make the shots he made, we probably would have lost and would have came up short in Rio. But one game, it's not that he didn't do it any other game, but this game in particular, he really took us over, and we kind of got on his back, and he led the way. He took charge, he made shots, he communicated, and ultimately we were able to overcome that win. But he's watching them from afar every day. We're all stars, we're all stars in our league, but he's still had that respect among all of us. That he's been there, he's done this. This isn't his first rodeo, and he's going to show us how to do this.
Did playing with him in that setting give you some confidence in the way this can fit together? Him playing with other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he's played with them all, from Kobe, LeBron, D-Wade. He's played with the greats. So he's going to bring that experience here, and he's going to show you a roster full of young guys what it takes to be a professional. He's done that. And again, man, everybody's been respected, man. He's the elder, one of the eldermen. I don't want to take anything away from Nick, but man, he's been special. He's been great in our locker room.
Paul, it's still early on, but is there an identity you foresee this team being able to take on as the season goes on?
Energetic, man. I think that's the one word I can say about what how we've played, how we looked these past 2 days. It's been a very energetic, fast-paced, fun-watching team right now.
Paul, is there a sense of pride that comes with being considered a two-way player? There are a lot of guys in the league that are great defensively and great offensively. But there are really a handful of guys that are those elite two-way guys.
Absolutely, there's a lot of pride that comes with that, because when I step on the floor, that's what my mindset is. I'm not out there accidentally locking guys up, accidentally making plays. I'm out there because I want to be the best two-way player there is out there, and I take ownership in that. Again, I'm not satisfied with you played great defense, you did this, you did that, man. I want to have the most complete game, and it's fun to me, it's a joy to me. It's not additional pressure having to score and having to guard the best scorer. It's not an additional pressure. It's I'll sign up for that role any day, every day.
Any fights between you and Andre? Who gets the best offensive option on the other team? You and Andre going to be fighting over?
No. Andre is just as good a defender as I am. We guard size. That we'll do. Andre, you got the left side of the court. I got the right side of the court. That's how we'll play defense.
All right, man. Thanks, Paul.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
First day of practice. Yeah, I think as Billy Donovan sort of alluded to, there's a whole lot of new stuff going on. There's a lot to do. Steven Adams said you could see some things. You could see some of the offensive firepower, but this wasn't not everybody practiced today. It's a feeling out process. This is a short training camp, relatively speaking, because the NBA shortened preseason. So there's a lot for the Thunder to do, and I think as you can sort of expect, things are going to be a little bit sloppy early on.
It's been a whirlwind, but today I was able to just kind of focus on basketball, and that was it. Focus on the first day of training camp, getting better, bringing everybody together. Today was the first day that, we can focus on our goal, which is, trying to win a championship, trying to, compete at a high level every night and trying to be successful. Yeah, today was just more about, just putting some offense in, putting some defensive principles in, the basics. We didn't alter from that. It was just basic offense, basic defense, shell drills. Getting out there, just getting back into basketball form, basketball shape, competitive. Getting that competitive edge, back. But that was what today was about. So.
It was fun. It was good. Yeah, good intensity and. Shut up. Yeah, it was good intensity, and it was more focused since our preseason. If you want a serious answer, since our preseason's so small this year, there's more attention to detail. Not from coaches; they just provide us with stuff. But as players, just being more receptive and just trying to really get as much as we can out of the practices. Trying to obtain as much as we can. For the new guys, it's obviously a different. The terminology is different, so they're getting up to date on that. It's English, mate. They'll get over it quick, mate. Yeah, that's fine. So then, pretty much that's it, mate.
I believe the communication is really, really important. Those guys have been great, like I said, with Paul, and happening in, with a good portion of the summer left, I was able to spend some time with him, out in California, and be able to talk and communicate. And we'll get to know each other more and more as time goes on, now that we'll be with each other every day. And, Carmelo, I thought it was really important, on Sunday when he came in, was to connect with the players and spend time with those guys. And I'll have, time to do that. I had time to spend, with him, after practice. So, yeah, man, those things always take time. They just take time, and that's why it's important to me, because I think the communication piece of it is important. But I think what I liken to is having a collective responsibility, that we're all trying to help each other do what we all do, for the benefit of our team. How do we come together and help that, come full circle? Well, the first thing is you want to talk to him a little bit, because, it's not only just like what he likes. I think he's a smart enough player and is experienced enough player that a lot of what he does, he's going to look at it who's around me? Where are positions and players spaced? And, what are we doing framework offensively? I think him evaluating that and looking at that. But, like his skill set, you don't score the amount of points he scored throughout his career if you don't have the ability to be able to figure out how to flow in and out of different kinds of systems and styles and still be able to score like he scores. And he's unique because he can do it from behind the line. He can do it from the mid post. He can do it on post ups. He can do it off the dribble. Like, he gets to the free throw line. Like, that's why he's a scorer that he is. But I also think, like he and I have talked about, is that working inside the framework of what we're trying to do as a team. And that's really what it does, is it allows him to be who he is and also take advantage of who some of the other guys are.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Radio Hall of Fame basketball. The first NBA radio for all the fans around the world. Radio Hall of Fame basketball. We talk about NBA. We talk about passion. We are your radio.